start moving here. Okay. All right, just go ahead and start moving. This is not what I wanted to happen. I just lost my timer, guys, sorry. So just start moving. I'm gonna get situated here. For some reason, I keep getting YouTube videos popping up. Make sure you get your upper body, big circles, front and back, open the chest up as well. I'm just gonna use my watch for the timer. And then let's move into some lower body here. So just a few air squats. We're gonna move through the Wednesday format today. We've got 2 rounds of 30 seconds of movement in the beginning. We'll go through 3 rounds of the work and then our finisher set at the end. All right, bring some butt kicks into it. And you can bring it all the way up if you'd like to. Just gonna have to use my old-fashioned timer because the timer I wanted to use keeps going to a YouTube, probably an ad. All right, take it down. Let's find some hip hinges. A few more here. And then come all the way up, stick your feet out nice and wide. Let's do a few lateral lunges. Your hands can come all the way down, or you can just move side to side. Just spend a moment on each side to get your inner thighs nice and warm. Whew, sore. One more right, one more left. Come right back through center. Take a really wide plie squat, turn the toes out. Just bring the hands to the inside of your thighs. You can wiggle the thighs open here and then add that spinal twist. Each direction. And now come right back through center. All right. We are going to jump in. You've got 3 different movements. We're going to start with a single arm deadlift. We're going to do 30 seconds on each side. I want your stance a little bit wider. And you're going to take that soft little bend in your knees and we'll simply pull one side and then switch to the other side. We're going to move into a bicep curl, into a halo after that. So you'll want a lighter weight for that. So with the biceps, when we get to that one, you're going to want to make sure that your kettlebell is flipped over. You'll curl, bring it around the head, curl, bring it around the head. I want you just to switch directions about halfway through and I'll cue you on the halfway for that, just to get your shoulders really nice and warm. And then we're going to come down to our floating tabletop, step back into a plank. All of this is for 30 seconds for 2 rounds. So let's start on the single arm deadlift. Go ahead and grab that weight into your right hand and find that hinge and let's move. You don't have to move super fast. Squeeze your glutes as you come up. This is to get everything really nice and warm. Make sure that your shoulders are staying fairly square. You've got another 5 seconds. And rest. Okay, we're gonna break it up each side with the biceps. So I want you to grab that lighter weight, flip it over, and then find the curl. Exhale 1 time around the head and lower. If you want to switch directions on that halo each time you come up, that might be easier. And again, you don't want this to be super sloppy. Make sure that your knees are not locked out. Weight's a little bit less and rest here. All right, we're gonna come back to the other side on the deadlift. So left hand, and then we'll come down to the mat. And let's move right here. Deep hinge, use that exhale as you come up. Again, this is not for speed. Just want to get everything really warm. And rest. All right, we're coming down. Do that floating tabletop, step back into a high plank and step from front to back. You can spend as much time in the tabletop, as much time in the plank as you want to. All right, go ahead and set up that floating tabletop. Fingers spread nice and wide, and then just walk from front to back. So I want you to stay lifted between your shoulder blades. Tiny little tuck in the pelvis. Booty stays down nice and low. You can hold anywhere that you want to hold as well. Almost there. And rest. Okay. I'm gonna rest for just a moment here. And then we're coming back into that right arm single arm deadlift. We're gonna do everything just one more time. Okay. All right. Go ahead and set up that deadlift stance. And let's go. Right arm. Squeeze at the top. Whew. Almost there, about 5 seconds. 2, and rest. All right, you're gonna grab your weight for that bicep curl into the halo. Switch directions on the halo each time you come up. And go. Remember, weight's upside down so that you can do that halo. And make sure you're stopping right under the chin and controlling that bicep curl. Almost there. And rest. All right, left side deadlift. Whew. All right, here we go, left side. My legs are so sore. Make sure your knees aren't collapsing in. Almost there. Rest. Whew. All right, one more set of these tabletops to planks. And then we should be definitely ready for the next 3 rounds. All right, floating tabletop, let's go. Step from front to back. Knees stack right under your hips in that tabletop. Press down to lift between your shoulders. You got it. Just a few more. And rest. Whew, okay, done. All right, we're gonna jump into the 3 rounds next. So let me show you what we're doing. I'm gonna show you everything real quick so that you know what weights to have so that you know where we're going. And then we'll jump into it. We're moving for reps, 3 rounds. So first move, you're gonna do right side. You'll rack only to the right side. There's a compound movement here. So you'll take a squat, and as you come up, I want you to press that weight overhead, step back into a reverse lunge or a kickback, bring that weight back down. So it's pop, press, step back. So you don't need to go crazy heavy. We're gonna do 8. Then you're gonna come down to the mat. We're gonna come down to the mat, and your feet are gonna be bent. You're gonna do a pull over all the way up to an overhead reach. If you cannot sit up, you should be able to sit up. But if you can't, you're gonna do a pull over to a chest press like we've done before, and just take the sit up out of it. Your feet can be bent on that one, or your legs can be straight. We're doing 5 of those. Then you're coming into, we'll do right and left on those. And then you're gonna come into a curtsy, a little bit different though. So you're gonna hold one weight in the hand, the leg that's moving. So I want you just to watch. I'm gonna take that right leg back, and I'm gonna tap all the way to that left toe, press through that left heel and come up. So it's a reach across as I come up. You're gonna do, I've got 10 written. I think we'll do 8 of those because the leg stuff is pretty tough today. And then we'll step right into a hinged row to a tricep kickback. So it's a row kickback, right side. So I'll guide you through the whole thing. I just wanted you to see kind of where we're going. And then I'll tell you the reps as we move through. So let's start first with that single arm squat, to a press, to a reverse lunge. You've got an 8 count. Right side is racked. Really important that you're pressing as you come up on the exhale. So you're gonna take that squat, exhale, press, right leg steps back, or you can do a kickback there. Back into your squat, reseat. Press, very, very carefully step back. This one is not a race. I'm not sure what this is. One more. Beautiful. Those are hard, I know. You don't have to use super heavy weight. All right, now you're coming down when you finish 8 on the right. We've got the pull over to the sit up. And I want the weight to throw right up over your head when you sit up. You've got a 5 count here. So knees can be bent. Grab or loop your thumbs through the handles of that kettlebell. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, pull, sit all the way up. Yeah. Inhale, I'm using a 15-pound for this. You can use a dumbbell, obviously, if you don't have a light enough kettlebell. Exhale as you sit up. You're only doing 5. And then you're gonna come back up. This is the only bit of the workout where you have to get up and down off the ground, is on this piece. Now, left side, squat press, do that reverse lunge, 8 count. Make sure that you are safely getting the weight up to your shoulder. Okay, here we go. Exhale as you press. Whoa. I just completely fell over, y'all. Might have to drop the weight on this side. I am off big time. Why can I not lunge on this side? This is part of it, is listening to yourself too. I just dropped the weight because I basically cannot balance on this side this morning. Okay, Now we're coming down. 5 more of those pullovers to a sit-up. All right, here we go. Whew, hands over the chest, knees bent. Use that exhale. Let's come all the way up. All right, ladies. Woo. Lord, that's hard. Okay. Now we're coming back up. We're staying up because we've got the curtsy with the reach and the row to kickback. In the row to kickback, you can be in a deadlift stance today. All right, so the leg that's moving, that hand has the weight because you're reaching across. You have to exhale as you come up to brace your core, or your back is going to start talking to you. You can probably use a decently heavy weight. 8 count. Right hand has the weight. Take that right leg back. Tap to the left toes. Reach across. Press through that left heel as you come up. Then set it down. You're gonna pick up the weight into a lighter weight if you'd like, depending on what you were using for the row kickback. Feet are hip width apart. You're gonna find that hinge. We row and kick. We're gonna do an 8 count. Whew. Okay, then you're gonna switch sides. Whew. This one feels easy after the first set. Okay, left hand. Left leg moves, you're gonna tap that weight across. You okay? Oh. All right, after those 8, left arm, row to kick back. So you can use a kettlebell if you've got the appropriate weight for the row to kick back. You just have to have a really solid grip on it. If you can do a heavier weight because you're only doing an 8 count, do it. Or you just do as many reps as you can with a heavier weight. All right, we're gonna rest for about a minute. Yeah, my heart rate is up. Okay. So we're gonna rest for just a moment or for a little bit here. And then we're gonna come back to that squat press into the lunge. So for the squat press into the lunge, like I said, a little bit lighter. I used a 20-pound weight on my right arm and the 15-pound weight on my left arm. That overhead reach to a sit-up. You're only doing 5, so if you can do heavier, do it. I used the 15-pound there. Curtsy, go as heavy as you have. Row, tricep. I used a 15-pound there. You can do heavier, go for it. Whew. So much for my hair being in a low ponytail this morning. Okay, I don't even know why I bothered to wash it at this point. Okay, single arm squat to a press. You've got an 8 count. When you're ready, second round begins. Remember, you're exhaling and pressing as you come out of that squat. You're re-racking every time you step forward out of that lunge. The left arm is being used for balance wherever you need it. This is going to get your heart rate up big time because you're using every muscle in your body. Whew, okay. Once you finish those 8, come on down. I like how he took over your mat too, Nikki. Where is his kettlebell? After you do those 5, we come on up to the other side. Where did his little kettlebell go? Oh, it's so funny. Whew, okay, nice. Left side here, 8 count. Whew, 8 count. Whew. All right. 5 on that pullover reach. Okay. Make sure as you're pulling over your chest, you exhale and use that to help you sit up. Oh, Lord, okay. Give you a moment to transition up here. We're taking that curtsy into the reach with the row kickback. 8 count on the legs. 8 count on the arms this time. All right. Right hand has the weight. Right leg moves. Reach it across. Press through that left heel. Eight rows with the kickback. Make it challenging. Whew. Most of my top songs for 2021 that Spotify put together are all from my strength classes. I don't actually listen to this music. Okay, left hand. Gives you some extra core when you add that reach. Yeah. Okay. 8 rows. Then we rest for a minute before we do it all again. And then rest. Whew. We're gonna do all that one more time before we go into the very last round. Definitely breaking a sweat today, and heart rate staying up. All right, we're gonna rest just a little bit longer. Try to let my heart rate come down a moment here. All right. There we go. Last time through. Whew. 8 count, right hand, squat into the press with the reverse lunge. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. He just looked at you. Like, he just gave you a look like, what the heck? Disturb my slumber. Oh, you're gonna come over here? Watch out. Be careful not to knock the dog in the head. Whew. Whew. Okay, man, run out of steam. All right, bud, that's not a good spot. All right, left side. Whew. Whew. I'm just having to move a lot slower to use the heavier weight. All right, I think that's it. I'm done regardless. I up to 20 on my left arm on that last round, and definitely makes a difference. Oof, okay. All right, here we go. Back half of the last round here. Curtsy, row tricep. Right hand curtsy. Oh, man. Okay. 8 count on the curtsy and the row. All right, here we go. Almost there. Just have to do the left side after this. Ooh. Okay. Left side. With that reach, obviously if you can reach past your foot on the right, you're gonna get a deeper twist. Just don't tweak the back. Okay. Last 8 on the row tricep. Okay. Okay, here we go. We're gonna rest for a minute. And then you've got your final bit of work this morning. We're gonna do our swings with our push-ups this morning. So our 5 rounds, 15 swings, 5 push-ups. So, of course, just depending on how you feel, if you want to do more swings, less swings, go for it. The push-ups, you can do a traditional push-up, or you could do your close grip to get into the triceps a little bit more deeply. Do them with your knees down, unless you have a super strong push-up with knees up. If you're feeling super strong, go for it. You just don't want your hips to sag. We want the form to be really solid, and you're gonna build strength faster if you do that. All right. We've got 5 rounds. Go ahead and find your swing weight. You're doing 15 swings. Just watch him, Nikki, in case he decides to get up. All right, 15 swings, round 1. After those 15, whoop, 5 push-ups. And then rest as much as you need to recover just a moment. So much hair. You can't keep the high pony because it's too heavy. And then the low pony literally sticks to my back like a shirt. It does not feel good. Okay. Round 2. Here we go. 15. All right, 5 push-ups. Rest for a moment before we start the 3rd round. Some serious heart rate action this morning. All right, guys. My heart rate's still 153 beats per minute, so I'll give myself a moment. Probably be embarrassing if I passed out on camera. I'm not going to pass out. I'm just kidding. Nikki's in here. She's got it. All right, third round. 15. Okay. 5 push-ups. Whew. Okay. 2 more rounds. Oh, Lord. Two more rounds, and then we stretch. I'm gonna wait a few more seconds. I'm doing a heavier weight than I normally do for the swings, so my heart rate's getting up a lot higher, which is okay. Okay, round 4, 15. You okay? 5 push-ups. We just have 1 more round after this. Okay, just 1 more. Yeah, y'all can tell this is kicking my butt today. 1 more. And then we get to stretch. Yay. Okay. Last one. Woo. Here we go. 15. Okay. Last 5 push-ups. Once you finish that last one, come all the way to your belly to a Sphinx Pose. And we are going to stretch. I'm just going to take it off of this. So in Sphinx, remember your elbows are stacked under your shoulders. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Pull the front edge of the mat towards you. Roll your shoulders down your back. And let your neck roll just a little bit from side to side here. All right, we're gonna come into a shoulder opener. So I want you to take your right elbow so that it's out in line with your shoulder. You can straighten your arm to make this less intense, or keep it bent. Put your right ear, your right cheek to the ground. Left hand is in front of your chest on the ground. Big breath in, just roll open onto your right hip. You can come into a fetal pose and just stretch out the shoulder. Make sure that the elbow is in line with the shoulder to stretch properly here. All right, come back through center and just switch sides. Left arm, left cheek, roll open. Fetal position with the legs if you'd like. All right, come over to the belly. Just tuck your toes under, come up to a tabletop. Take some cat-cows, some barrel rolls through your spine, wiggle your neck and your jaw. And I'll take your right foot, just slide it behind you. Keep the toes on the ground, stretch through your calf here. Step the right foot over your left, look over your left shoulder, stretch out your ribs. Come back through center. Left leg reaches back, calf stretch. Whew, that feels good. Left foot steps over right. Look over your right shoulder. Now come down to a seat. Bring the right leg to the top. Whew, just take an easy seat. Reach the right arm out front and stretch back. Shoulder blades relaxed on your back. And I'm sweating like crazy today. Flip the palm. Take the right arm across the front. Come back through center. Take that right leg out to the side. Keep the left foot on the inside of your thigh. Hands or fingertips down by your hips. Turn your belly button towards that right knee and take your fold for your hamstring. Come back through. Bring the soles of your feet together. Just let your knees butterfly open. You can stay up. You can just kind of butterfly the knees. Let them bounce a little bit here. If you want to fold forward a little bit, you can. Get your inner thighs. And come back up. Take the left leg to the top. We're going to stretch that left arm out front. Stretch through the bicep. Flip it over. Take the left arm across the front of the body. Release here. Take the left leg out. And same thing. You're going to take that little bend in that left knee and just take the fold over the left knee to stretch your hamstrings. And come on up. Whew. Any other rolls through the spine, through the neck that you need to take it. Otherwise, you are finished for today.